Back during Ben Franklin's time, apprenticeships were very common. A young man hoping to learn a trade would become apprenticed to a tradesman and act as sort of like an intern would today, except far more in-depth, living with the person, listening to them day in and day out for no money for a period of 7 to 10 years, the exact length of time usually determined in advance of the apprenticeship. Ben Franklin was apprenticed as a printer to his older brother James, but Ben ended up getting out of his apprenticeship early. His older brother James published a paper entitled The Courant, which was very independently toned for its time. It got James thrown in jail for 3 weeks once after angering the governor. And further frustrations on what James printed caused the governor to tell James he wasn't allowed to print anything that wasn't pre-approved. This would have been operationally and financially crippling for the printing business, so in order to sidestep this, James dissolved the apprenticeship between him and Benjamin and allowed Benjamin, despite his young age, to become publisher of the paper. This arrangement, which seemed good for both parties at the time, would cause a serious strain on their relationship later on. James would still treat Ben like an apprentice thanks to his age, giving him the menial tasks that Ben felt now should be exempt from, considering the paper was growing even more popular under Ben's management than it did under his brother's. After periods of fighting that didn't seem to end, Ben went off on his own to seek work elsewhere, which he wouldn't have been able to do if he was still an apprentice. The loophole that led to the end of the apprenticeship was one of the best things to happen to Ben for his career. The same can't be said for his older brother James Franklin's printing business, however.